There is a question or a saying that's going around, and I've heard this from people who are close to me, and of course, people on TikTok or these social media. And this is coming from women, and sometimes I guess men too as well, but most so from women saying that I don't need a man. I'm fine without a man. And the question is, why are you saying that? Is it because you had bad experience, and which is usually what it is, because no one's going to say that. No one's going to say that if they have a wonderful relationship, a wonderful marriage. But the question you have to ask you, what did you do wrong for you to get to the point to say, I don't need a man? Because obviously, if you were not needed, God would not have created you. I will say it again. If you were not needed, God would not have created you. So when you say that you don't need a man, you're telling God, I am not going to follow your plans. I'm going to follow my plans. Anytime you go against God's plan, you will fail. There's no winning in going against God's plan. It simply doesn't exist. It may look like you're winning now, but at the end, it is a promise. You're going to feel it. Because again, it's like somebody who's smoking 5, 10, 15 years, right? So they've been smoking for a while, or they just started smoking. They're thinking, hey, it's not going to happen to me. I'm not going to get cancer. But give it time. God doesn't respond right away. He has all the time in the world, meaning that he says he can punish you now. He can punish you 20 years from now, 30, 50, 60, or in the next life, or when you pass. Because why? He's permanent. He's always here, except us. So he has all the time in the world. But the point is, the punishment is going to come to you. Why? Because this is not your purpose, to be single. Marriage is a holy entity. It's designed in heaven. And what has happened most likely for you to get to the point to say, I don't need a man, is you took something that was holy and turned it into something that was physical. And because you turned it into something that it was not designed for, it ended up hurting you. And because it hurt you in a way, now you say you don't need a man. And now that made the situation even worse for you, because now you're completely going against what God has created. And nobody wins when you go against God. I know it's difficult. I know it's hard, especially when you've been hurt and you've been in a difficult marriage. But again, this is part of the world. We have to learn and understand the purpose why you are here. Why did God create marriage? You are needed. Marriage is beautiful if it's done properly. And the only way it can ever be beautiful is when God is the center of that marriage. There are 3 people involved in a marriage: God, the husband, and the wife. If you don't have God in your marriage, it says this marriage is in flame, meaning that it will be consumed by flame. And you probably already know that, because this is why you're saying, I don't need a man, because you must have went through the flame. Guess what? Again, God is correct. He will always win. But again, marriage is beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let the bad relationship or experience you had make you want to move away from what God created to be beautiful, because marriage is beautiful. You just need to find the right person, and you have to connect with your Creator, pray and ask, and let him guide you to that right person or that right man to come into your life. Because why? It is a shame to die in this world and never experiencing your soulmate, never experiencing real love, never experiencing that someone really loves you, really has your back, and you feel completely confident in that person. Can you imagine? I know, of course, it's hard to imagine that. And knowing this person will never betray you. This is what marriage is supposed to be, where this person elevates you. You are better than what you were before. You are better than when you were by yourself. You don't even remember what you were by yourself. And if you could do it over again, you would. And you're going around, you are shining bright like a star constantly. You're shining because this person makes you shine, because you feel so awesome. You feel like you're walking on clouds. This is the feeling you're supposed to have in a marriage. This is what we're here for. It is part of our purpose. Our design is to find our soulmate, to connect and to create. In heaven, it is announced who you're supposed to marry to, okay? It is announced who you're going to be married to. And our job is to prepare ourselves for that person God has announced, or the angels has announced who you're going to be married to, for them to come into our lives, for us to reconnect and build that bond with that person before we go back upstairs again. Don't lose out on this opportunity. This world is a world where we fix things, okay? We fix us. That's the purpose of this world. We are in the middle. We have heaven, we have hell, and we're in the middle. And our decision will decide which way we're going to end up at. Because guess what? Whether you like it or not, we all going to grow old. We all going to die when we leave this world. The question is, how do you want to leave this world? Do you want to leave this world knowing that you have accomplished your purpose in this world, your mission? Again, find that soulmate. But to do that, you have to connect with your Creator. God bless. I will see you next time.